Nepal received the first consignment of COVID-19 vaccines provided by the government of India yesterday under the Indian government program to support neighboring nations in the fight against coronavirus. Experts have opined that the grant shows Indian efforts to strengthen ties with Nepal through vaccine diplomacy at a time when relations between the two countries have turned sour in recent time. Good morning, I'm Abhyuday Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. India hands over 1 million doses of vaccines to Nepal for combating COVID-19 under the Indian Assistance Program. Medical teams and security personnel to receive the first doses. Decrease in imports affects the government's income. Customs revenue declines by 21 billion rupees in the first 6 months of the current fiscal year. U.S. President Joe Biden signs a raft of executive orders to boost the fight against COVID, which has ravaged the country, unveils sweeping wartime COVID action plan. And Burnley upset defending champions Liverpool by a solitary goal to end their 68-game unbeaten home run in the English Premier League. India handed over 1 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines to Nepal yesterday. Nepal received 1 million doses of vaccine under the Indian government program to support neighboring nations, which could be administered to 500,000 individuals for emergency use. We have more in this report.
The Indian government provided 1 million doses of vaccines to the government of Nepal. An aircraft of Air India landed in Kathmandu on Thursday morning carrying the vaccines. Indian ambassador to Nepal Vijay Mohan Quatra handed over the vaccines to Health Minister Hridesh Tripathi at the Tribhuvan International Airport. Nepal is receiving 1 million doses of vaccine under the Indian government program to support neighboring nations in the fight against COVID-19. The government informed that the vaccines would be administered first on doctors, nurses, other health workers, sanitation staff, ambulance operators and security personnel, and added that the government would procure an additional 3 million vaccines out of the 4 million doses required immediately for the country. However, it is not confirmed how the procurement process of the vaccines would be managed. Experts meanwhile opined that the government should encourage the private sectors in the procurement process of the vaccines. The Health Ministry informed that the doses received from India will be administered for only 500,000 individuals, as each individual will need to receive 2 doses of jabs within 3 weeks to develop immunity against the deadly novel coronavirus. Even as the government has been planning to jab 210 million people, or 72% of the total population, it is unlikely to be effective without the support of the private sector.
The decline in import has directly impacted revenue collection of the Customs Office. In the first 6 months of the current fiscal year, Customs revenue collection has gone down by 21 billion rupees than the targeted amount due to 5% decline in imports. The government had set a target of collecting 475 billion rupees revenue in the first 6 months of the current fiscal year, out of which 219 billion rupees was from customs alone. However, due to the decline in imports by 5%, the government failed to achieve the target. A total of 198 billion rupees in customs revenue has been collected during this period, which is 9.5% less than the target. The decrease in import of construction materials has largely affected customs revenue collection. According to the Customs Department, even as the import of edible items have increased, import of machineries and spare parts have decreased in comparison to the same period last year, resulting in 6% trade deficit. Fall in trade deficit is considered as positive. However, increase in import of consumable goods along with the decrease in import of machineries and spare parts used in development works, industries and factories is depressing, which will equally affect employment opportunities and the government's other source of income. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the locals in Arghakhanchi district, why have government offices failed to provide swift service delivery and make them citizen friendly? Let's take a look at what they had to say.
कुनै पनि व्यक्ति अथवा कार्यालयमा कुनै आफन्ती अथवा सोसपोस लाग्ने मान्छे उसको कुनै छैन त्यस्ता व्यक्तिहरूले अत्यन्तै दुःख पाएको अवस्था छ
गर्भवती सुत्केरी वृद्ध रोगीलाई अगाडि समय ठाउँ दिएर उनको काम सकाएर धेरै समयसम्म पुर्न नपर्ने अवस्थाको सिर्जना भयो भने केही हदसम्म राम्रो हुन्छ
बाठाबाठालाई छिटो छिटो हुने कार्यालयमा सोझा मान्छेले बसिराख्ने हेरिराख्ने कथेर आउँछ भन्ने कुर्ने
बालबच्चासित छ कि होइन अब वृद्धहरू छ कि कस्तो हिसाबको छ त्यो पनि अलिकति कुनै निकायहरूले हेर्नुपर्ने हो
It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. And here's the question. How interested are you to take the COVID-19 vaccine? Your options are A, very interested, B, will decide after observing effects, and C, interested only if it's free. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the sports news. Newly appointed head coach of the national cricket team, Dave Watmore, has envisioned to qualify the players to take the Nepalese team to greater heights during his tenure. Talking to reporters for the first time since his appointment as the head coach of the Nepalese team, Watmore, who steered the Sri Lankan cricket team to win the World Cup in 1999, said that his main goal would be to elevate Nepalese cricket to better heights. Watmore, who was selected as the national coach, leaving behind 71 contenders, arrived in Nepal on Tuesday to take on his responsibility. He said that he would focus on raising the world ranking of the Nepalese team. Watmore is currently preparing the team for a triangular series to be held in Oman in 2 months. Cricket Association of Nepal, CAN, appointed Watmore as the head coach for a year. And that's all for the moment. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.